Hello disc golf fans and welcome back. We are going through the back nine coverage of our feature card first round here at Ephraim White Park in Bowling Green, Kentucky. This is the Rick and Sylvia Vokes disc golf course established around the year 2000, and we're going to be bringing you the back nine holes. I am Doc Turner and I am joined by
Nathaniel Romans,
who is also on this feature card. There you see him there. I'm excited to bring you this back nine coverage. I think this definitely gets into more of the meat of the course. There's some more difficult shots on the back nine. Not that there's not difficult shots on the front, but I feel like the back plays a little bit harder.
There's definitely some more birdies, but there's a couple holes that can get you in trouble if you're not careful.
Starting off with hole 10, you can see we've got 3 knotted at the top at 5 under par. Sam Lee just behind them at 2 under, and then Michael's been struggling a little bit on the front to be at even, but hopefully he can get something started here. Here is hole 10. We have the path on the right-hand side and the left-hand side that is out of bounds. This hole kindly plays downhill a little bit, and it has kind of a slope right to left, pretty much all the way to the pin. The path is OB wrapping around the pin to the back, but you don't really see a lot of people going out the back door on this one. What is that, a gator?
Beliefs? No, it's a mortar maybe? I don't remember.
Okay.
You definitely have a backhand or a forehand route on this one.
I feel like the right-hand forehand line plays a little bit better because the way the fairway slopes, it kind of ushers a backhand hyzer right toward that out of bounds.
Yeah.
It's a great hole for Sam being a lefty. Just a low, hard line hyzer.
Usually left hit shots or forehands will hit the ground and they'll skip inbounds and they won't skip too far, so the hill eats it up.
Sam very fortunate there. Looks like he left it a little bit high out of his hand. It clipped the tree and then swung out over the out of bounds. Fortunately for him, it was overstable enough to fight back in. And that's a typical play you see on this hole, the right hand forehand fading away. Looks like you're opting for the backhand down the path.
Yep, just throw it mid-range down the middle. Left it a little short. Didn't totally commit to throwing it.
Might have been sawed off a little bit. It looks like you'll have a putt there.
Yeah, nice.
That was a great effort.
Yeah.
Oh, off left side.
The old basket strike again.
And P.O. looks like he's got a pretty good look and makes good on it. He's in the bottom of the tray for his two. I would expect Sam and Logan will likely follow suit as they are both fairly close. That's a little bit more of a challenge than I thought. He's probably 18, 20 feet out there.
Yep.
Definitely takes his time to make sure that he has it lined up and you hit it right where you want to. Sam on that left side, just inside the OB line there. Oh.
Just a little low, little right, or little left. Michael taps in his 3.
Tough break for Sam. You know he wants that one back. He'll finish up with a 3. Looks like you've got a pretty easy look for a 3, and we will move on to hole 11.
Yeah, that hole I'm not trying to... It's nice to get a 2 on it, for sure.
Yeah. So we have Logan and Paul coming in at 6 down, and you staying at 5. On to hole 11, it is a 470-foot, 90-degree turning hole. There is a hard right on this hole. The fence to the right is out of bounds, and then there is a line directly across the path to this side that runs the path completely out of bounds. The basket is elevated and hanging from a cable, so it just adds a little bit more difficulty to the green when you get up there and ready to putt.
Forehand's definitely the normal play on this. The closer you are to the path, you actually have a little bit easier shot. As you can see, Logan pushed it.
Yeah, definitely. I have seen the backhand roller on this hole as well, and I don't know, for me, it's not a consistent shot just because of the you have tall grass, you have the short grass, you have the path, and you have a lot of tree roots as you get close to approaching the pin.
Yeah.
Sam has the unique ability to take just a monster backhand hyzer, and he wound up right there by Logan, kind of the same place.
It's actually better just to almost saw off a forehand straight.
Yes.
And you'll end up just right in the middle of that gap there, and you have a, I don't want to say easy approach, but takes a little of the guesswork off of it.
It looks like that forehand stood up on you just a little bit, but that's still not a bad place to be. I agree with you. You definitely want to be closer to the path than you do further away, because as you get farther away from that path, there's more and more trees that come into play on your approach.
Yeah, I just left that shot a little too high, a little too much hyzer.
And Sam has a lot of these trees to deal with on this side. Looks like he might have held on to that for a little while. That is well wide. Here's Paul pretty much in the perfect position to run that high percentage gap. He's just looking to skip along that right side right around to the pin. And that's how you draw it up. That's exactly how you want to play this hole.
Definitely has a tester for this putt.
Yeah. Logan with a nice shot. Oh, he had one to beat. One to beat, and he was there. So Michael will have to settle for a par bid, as will Sam.
Sam thought about it, and he just opted out to just throw the simple forehand shot, not even try it.
The out of bounds comes into play sneakily close. As you can see right there,
yes,
you got very close to going OB out the back. And that's another thing that makes this hole so difficult. Right there, P.O. ran the putt, caught it a little bit high, winds up out of bounds. The out of bounds comes into play very quickly when you have an elevated basket like that. There's nerves of steel from Logan as he just stared that down and sunk it.
Definitely a good three on this hole.
Oh, and Michael just can't catch a break. Sam's got about an 8 to 10 footer to save his par. No problems there.
Maybe a little bit further. That's 8 to 10.
Yeah. You have Paul. I'd say that path is probably, 15 feet, 12, 15 feet?
Yeah, about that. It's definitely inside 20. So.
Yeah. And then you were fortunate enough to stay inbounds off your attempt, so this is for your par save, correct?
Yes.
Okay. A little low right side, but it's stuck.
Hey, that's all that matters.
That's right.
I definitely want to give that a run, but you can definitely see the downside of doing that if you miss it.
Absolutely. All right, so here we are, 11 holes in, moving on to hole 12.
Logan definitely good three on that hole.
Yes, very good three. That's definitely a separator three. Hole 12, we've got some newly planted trees to the right. We lost a big weeping willow tree there earlier in the year, so they're trying to compensate for that by planting several smaller trees, and we'll have to wait several years for those to develop. Typically, it's a right-hand backhand, kind of a turnover shot, or just a forehand play out to the left.
Logan caught the trees right beside the basket, dropped it down inside the circle. And
that's
Sam
the tree that
did the same thing.
tends to get everyone. As you get close to the pin, that tree, again, is kind of perfectly positioned to catch any incoming hyzer. And that was a great line there.
Little forward bounce.
EO again with the forehand. And that actually looks really good.
You heard me say Paul Oman, everybody.
Yes.
He even said, I'm not known for doing that. And
he's really not, but I mean, his form actually looks really good. Maybe that's something that's in development for him. We'll see a new Paul Oman on tour this year flashing that forehand.
Hey, maybe.
So everybody's got a decent attempt here at the birdie. Paul has no problems cashing that 35-footer.
That's 2 forehand deuces in this round.
Yeah, he just said forehand deuce. And there's Michael getting it started. Looks like, you know, a nice 25, 28-footer there.
He's just happy to see one stick in the basket.
Yeah, no kidding, boy. He's had some tough breaks. Logan, no problem cashing that, as I expect Sam and you to follow suit. Yeah, well played hole for our feature card.
Yeah, it's definitely a good chance to make after that last hole, you can try to get a birdie back. So
for sure. Yeah, hole 11 is a beast. On to hole 13, 321-foot par 3. There is a path that comes into play early. It is not out of bounds. However, the far path that you see off in the distance there is. Most of the time, people don't go out the back because it's pretty forgiving green as far as that goes. Logan catches one of the guardian trees there.
And somehow, we did not think he was going to land there at all.
Went right through it. Sam playing a wide forehand hyzer, expecting a good skip, and gets it.
A little short, but I mean, still definitely within pretty simple putting range.
And that's your typical play there. Just a wide, high-speed driver. Looks like
Thunderbird.
Yeah, perfectly played. That was a great shot. Paul opting for that same route. Just swing the backhand out wide. You really don't have anything that you have to beat over there since that tree that you see the big stump there. Since it's gone, you know, it kind of really has opened up the right-hand backhand hyzer line.
Oh yeah, most shots now with the backhand shot just go right over where the tree would have been.
Yeah.
So.
And that was a massive tree too. I mean, it really blocked that side of the fairway well. EO seems to have his putter working right now.
He did have a little errant shot off the tee. It was a little bit wider than he wanted, but was able to capital off a little mistake there.
When you can putt like Paul Oman, you know, it doesn't matter if you're that far out, you're just going to hit it anyway. Sam snuck one in there. Great putt. Logan carding his two. Michael does the same, and just like that, we are back-to-back star frame.
Yeah, there's a stretch right here where you get a chance to make up some birdies. So.
There is. There's out of bounds on this course. I would say just about everywhere. So I mean, you can get into trouble on just about any hole. But typically, the holes on the back nine that aren't hole, was it 15? It's
that one you can
some feet, and you can get in trouble there. And then there's the bunkers on hole 18, but. There's this nice little calm stretch here where you like to try and make up ground or put together a decent score. I'm not sure what Logan did there, but
he was trying to throw the hyzer in and just got a hold of it.
Yeah, that's a good probably 80 feet long.
This hole, you've got several routes. You can take a straight shot, you can take a hyzer shot, low skip shot. Those trees are like Velcro. They will grab anything. path is OB, left and right.
Yeah, there's no such thing as ever thinking that you're going to hit one of those trees and go through it. They are incredibly thick and sticky. Okay, there it did. It came down. Okay, so Michael was the only one that decided to go up the middle
and hit that first
and he hit
tree
the
on the
first
right.
tree and it just killed it.
Decent upshot.
Yeah.
So he's trying to save it 3.
Logan from a long way out. Sam's in a tough spot there. I've been up there, and it's hard to get underneath that tree with enough. I don't know if you nose up or whatever to get it to the pin. Theo still has that putter working. Having no trouble saving his par. And you parked it.
It was yes, I did. Kind of a missed shot. I was intended to throw the low line, and it kind of got a little high, and somehow went perfectly through the gap. There's a gap where it fades perfectly towards the basket, and I hit it. And
what'd you throw there?
It was a Colossus.
Okay.
It was this weekend was a rare occasion where white wasn't windy, which is never happens.
Atypical, for sure. Generally, when you go to that course, you can expect the 12 to 15 mile an hour sustained with the 20 mile an hour gusts. On to hole 15, I would say this is a generous par 5. Comes in at 777 feet. You can see the path on the right-hand side. That does play out of bounds. Generally, you won't see many people throw it OB on that side, but it does happen. You've got all the room in the world on the left-hand side, and it's pretty much a dead straight hole with kind of a valley in the middle.
Yeah, it's coming in at like 3.9 roughly.
Yeah, it was averaging 3.93 on the weekend, which is over a full stroke under par. So that definitely a soft par 5. I would call it a par 4. PO just letting one go right there. That had a healthy amount of turn on it.
Yeah, he was worried about that going OB. Luckily, it did stay in. He's just kind of pinched for those trees in the path to the right.
Logan gets a hold of that one. You think those trees might have helped him hyzer off?
They did. Actually, he hit it and hyzered off quite a bit from it.
That's when you have Sam Lee problems, when you can hit that tree in the air. I don't have those issues. I thought it was interesting that Michael threw a forehand here. I would have thought he would have opted for a big backhand distance shot. When he has distance shots lined up, does he typically throw the forehand?
He does both well. He's not going to get 500 feet, but he's that 300 feet, 350 all the time. But he can do it either way. So
that's a good shot by Sam. He'll have a look for his 3. And you leaked out to the left just a little bit, so you've probably got a lot of these little trees in the way.
Yeah, I have to throw a kind of a hyzer flip, and avoid the trees, and I just threw it too high and too right, or too left, and it just funnels back to the left a little bit.
Paul looks like he's going out over the path on just a spike hyzer. That was a great shot.
A forward skip.
Yeah. Left it just a little bit short. He'll have a tester for his 3, but the way he's got that putter working may not be a problem. Logan follow suit, leaves it just a little bit short. Looks like he may have about a 35, 40 footer up for his 3. And this is Michael's 3rd. Little nose up putter approach.
Just trying to take the easy 4, get out of town, don't worry about it.
Smart. And you're bidding for your 3, but is this bush in your
Yes,
line? Okay.
Yeah. Logan for his 3.
Oh, he knew right out of his hand that it didn't have a chance. Sam also looking at a eagle 3, just off the right side. And Paul Unman will take the eagle.
Paul's definitely put a nice little stretch here together after hole 11.
He is hard charging, that's for sure. He's got that putter working right now, I know that. Ooh,
I tried to miss that.
He was an active participant in an attempt to miss. Logan has no trouble with that one, and Sam's not going to have any issues with this putt. And just like that, we're going to move on to hole 16.
So 4 birdies and an eagle. Like I said, it's a soft par 5.
Definitely.
So 4's a good score, but you definitely want to try to get to 3 on it.
Sure. Hole 16 is a downhill hole, 374 feet. It is a par 3. You do have the path that comes into play early and late. They are not out of bounds. And it's pretty much open either way. If you want to do the backhand hyzer, backhand right-hand hyzer, or the left-hand backhand hyzer, it's pretty much open to receive whatever kind of shot you want to throw at it. I do know on this particular green, there's a lot of those dropouts, like sinkhole type drops where you can throw your disc and then all of a sudden it just disappears.
Yeah, you don't get as much ground skip as you think you would coming down a hill. So.
And Logan was not happy with that straight out of his hand. Is this a boss?
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird, okay.
A little too much hyzer on it. Still got the distance, but a little flatter when he got a little.
Got a putt there. You see Sam throwing the left-hand backhand spike hyzer. That's just a great shot.
Missed the 2 trees he has to worry about, and of course it.
Michael's trying to stand one up here, and looks like he's done a pretty good job of it.
See, that's where that skip. You think you can get the extra 10 feet, and
that ground out on that green just has so many little undulations and little dropouts in it that it just eats any type of ground play up. Logan kind of gives it a half bid, and he'll be satisfied with the 3.
corner pocket.
Stuck it. The putter's being nice to Paul today. You're about a 30-footer.
A little right.
In and out.
Sam with a very easy 2.
Rewarded that magnificent drive with an easy 2. Michael, Sam, and Nathaniel all clean up their pars. We'll move on to hole 17.
Logan has definitely pulled, or Oman and Logan both pulling ahead of us a little bit.
Yeah, we're seeing some good action at the top. 11 down is a solid round on this course, and we've still got 2 holes to go. So who knows? They may be looking to do something special here. Hole 17, 267 feet. It is uphill all the way. there's not much out of bounds to speak of.
None whatsoever, really.
Yeah, no, just it's just, throw maybe a hyzer flip mid straight at it. There's a bush off to the right hand side that likes to collect attempts at a hyzer. Looks like PO's throwing either a mid or some type of putter there. And that's the bush I was talking about. If you try to swing it wide with a hyzer, sometimes it likes to eat those up.
You've got the bush right and the tree left that will collect things if you're a little wide.
Logan's headed right for the bucket. He left it a little bit short, but definitely not out of his range. Was that a magic?
M4.
M4, okay. And that's how you draw it up. Just a perfect hyzer flip, straight shot right at the pin. It's like Michael might have went to school off of your line. And
we have similar games, so we don't mind using the hyzer flip.
Sure. Sam sneaks in the birdie. It's good to see Michael get the two. I know he's had a tough round. Paul continuing with that hot putter.
Makes 6 holes for Paul now with a birdie or better.
He's definitely hard charging. And that's, I don't know, how many star frames now on the back?
More than normally you get.
Yeah. So we still have Logan and Paul at 12 down at the top. You're right there behind them at 10. Sam Lee at 8 under par, and then Michael at 4. This is hole 18. It's a 292-foot hole to the permanent pin. For this particular tournament, there's another pin that was in place at 305 feet because there was a Harley that was going to be given away for one of the first 75 amps to hit the ace on this hole. So you'll see these guys are actually playing to an alternate pin, and it's about 305 feet. Doesn't change the hole a whole lot. There are sand traps all the way around the hole that play as a hazard, and then you have the path to the right that plays OB.
Paul's shot, we missed it. I believe it went out of bounds right. Logan does forehand, a little short.
Sam looked like maybe a buzz there.
I believe so. Under his zone.
Reset.
Oh, you did not flip.
Calling for it to flip.
And I'm just short.
Avoided the bunker though. Michael giving it a run. Park the permanent basket.
Paul had a really tough line. Got to go under the weeping willow.
Anytime you're on the right side of that willow tree, it's a difficult run from over there. Those trees like to reach out and grab anything that gets close.
We're making a putting exhibit right now on the last hole of the round.
Looks like you're all having trouble getting it high enough. And Sam has no trouble carding that too. Michael looking to follow Sam. Easy 2 for him.
Michael definitely had a strong finish on the back nine.
Yeah, I'm glad. He struggled early, but he definitely found his stride. partway through and salvaged, what could have been a terrible round. So kudos to him. So there you have it, the final tap in of our feature card round 1. You can see Logan coming in at 12 down, Paul at 11, Nathaniel at 10, Sam Lee at 9, and then Michael rounding out our feature card at 5 down. Appreciate you guys joining us for our feature card round 1 coverage. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, Howard Disc Golf. Come back and check us out for round 2.
Let's make a change. Let's make a change. Let's make a change. Oh yeah, Gatorade.